Hello and welcome to your tarot reading 1111. Let's get a message for you today. Ooh, the Ace of Pentacles. That's a nice energy. So, a new start with something. Ooh, but we have the Judgment card, the Queen of Pentacles with the King of Wands, the Fool, the Four of Wands in reverse, and Temperance. All right, and the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Under that is the Ace of Wands. So there's a new beginning coming for a lot of you that I'm reading for. And it has to do with money. It has to do with your finances in the sense of you may be getting a new look of some kind. So it could be a new job. It could be that you're moving for a job. It could be that your income is increased. You get a raise at work, or you get a higher position. So you're climbing up the ladder in your life in several aspects. So I feel that a lot of you may have dealt with a very difficult time or phase in your life with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. And it may have affected all aspects of your life. So down to your money. You may have been giving a lot to a person, giving a lot to a situation. I feel that a lot of you, it's like you had to let it go. You were asked to let it go by universe and your higher guidance, your intuition. When I woke up this morning, I was hearing the song over and over on repeat, and I can't think of the song, but then it went to Let It Be. And Let It Be is all about there will be an answer. Let it be. Let it be. So for some of you, you may feel like this just didn't end the way you wanted it to end, or it may have ended where you didn't have understanding with a person. Like you thought it was this, and then it turned out to be this, and it just made no sense to you at all. Also, you may want closure from this, but I'll tell you that closure will come in time, because I feel that there is a healing to this, whatever it is that is linked to what I'm saying to you and what you're receiving. There's healing for you, and that's when you will get closure. I feel that both parties, so the other side, it's also linked this way too. It could be a karmic link for you. It could be also some kind of bond, like a trauma bond, for example. Excuse me, where there's a link, or it could be that you guys have mirroring wounds, and so you brought out this brought up for this person these wounds for them to see and heal, and they did the same for you. So as much as we want things to end in this, like, romance story, and you want the end to be the happily ever after, it's not always the case. And I feel that in this case, for a lot of you, there was a lot of love, and that's why your whole world sort of revolved around this situation for you. There was a lot of connection. I also hear compatibility, although it wasn't always the case, but overall, it was like a person that sort of grew on you, or a situation that grew on you, and also a love that grew. So I feel that that is also something that will come in time, the understanding of a lot of things, because I feel like there's confusion. There's confusion for you, but as much confusion as there is for you, there's confusion for another person as well. And I feel that some of you may have interpreted a situation, maybe an end to a situation, maybe the way somebody handled you or mishandled you a certain way. But I feel that in reality, this person was only sort of doing what they knew, or handled it the way they knew, or maybe it was a way that somebody saw something. For example, love. If they experienced love a certain way, partnerships a certain way as a child, it was like subconsciously they were reliving something, and they had to have that sort of come up for them so that again they could have healing around that. So because the Ace of Wands is sort of hiding, it's hiding underneath the Six of Pentacles, it says to me that there's something that needs to balance out, and I feel that it's karmically with the situation before there could be a new beginning forward. Because I also see under that, if I'm peeking under the deck and getting more information, that it's the Queen of Cups. So this is relationships that tug at our hearts. These are situations that play on our heartstrings, and this is where people need time. A lot of times, if you, for example, are still in love with a person and you want to move forward because, it's done here, but this person still has this connection over you, you can move on, but then you kind of go into like a dangerous territory, because what if this person calls you back and you don't have closure with it, and you want that closure, and that's bigger than, sort of whatever you're feeling towards the other person, or and maybe like you've already sort of entangled yourself with this situation or this person, and you don't have that. I feel that a lot of you, that's where you're at. Like, you need something for yourself at this moment in time, and I think that thing that you need again is reassurance that the closure will come. This situation is not going to stay open forever. And I feel that what you're sort of waiting for is also with Judgment here as the first card in the Fool. Somebody might have overplayed their hand, or might have overstepped your boundaries, or may have left you in a precarious situation. So lots of scenarios are coming to me, and I feel that that's sort of what a lot of you are stuck on. But also because there was a past with this person, and it was also an energy of because the Judgment card has death in it. Death, we never know when the time comes when our number is going to be pulled or called, and that's kind of the element of death in tarot, where there was a with this energy that I'm picking up, some kind of surprise where you didn't know it was going to end. You didn't expect it to end, in other words. And also with the 10-10 energy, it was like a double of, like, maybe if you found out something and then it ended. And like you never talked to this person again, or something like that, or this person avoided you so they didn't have to have the conversation. Whatever it was, and I'm not saying that's for all, I'm just using that example. It was something like that. It was of that nature, where you feel that with that explanation from this person, or with a sincere apology from this person, or with a understanding, I think that's it. You just want an understanding, then you can move on. But I want to say that the feeling I'm getting is that even if you did have that, if Spirit Universe was able to give that to you, there's still more to it, because the heart is involved in the situation that I see with you and this person. And so what you think is going to give you closure, what you think is going to give you peace, is not what's going to give you peace. Because for one, peace comes from within. For two, I feel that the other person in this situation was purposely trying to make this confusing and chaotic. And so that if you like talk to this person, for example, even if they told you, there's still like whatever spin they're going to put on it, or there's still the chaos from this person, if that makes sense. So you're not really going to find what you're looking for in the way you think. I feel again that this will come in time, and this will come with you sort of resolving this for yourself. Because here with the Queen of Pentacles, like I was saying, with finances, this affected you in all ways in your money, in your business, in your ability to grow, perhaps at a job. I feel that you're going to notice a lot of things now that you're not with this person, such as you're going to have a lot more like peace, for one. You're going to have a lot more time for yourself and your energy for yourself. So if, for example, you're growing a business, your business is going to grow. It's going to become very abundant. There's going to be a lot of things that you're going to start to do where this energy, it's almost like purposely is taking you here so that, so it's almost like, so you try harder, but that's not exactly, that's just one way of saying it. Also, I feel like there's another focus for you right now. I do feel that paths sort of went in separate directions in this situation. And I was also getting another energy from the Four of Wands in reverse. I also feel that there's somebody that's very compatible with you coming towards you. And this could be a friendship, this could be a partnership, it could be a love interest. It could be any of those things. But I feel that when you sort of close the door to this situation, you're going to notice immediately that things start coming towards you. So for a lot of you, it's like you're leaving this door open, which is what this person wants, because when you leave the door open, they could still have access to you. And this person doesn't want to lose you. You were the best thing that this person ever had. But for whatever reason, this person did go towards comfort. I did start another reading, and all of the messages were about how like sad another person is and how much they miss you, but they don't want to tell you. And I just didn't want to do that kind of message today. But the Chariot card is the card that came out, and I feel that there is that sense of, for this person, wanting to apologize, wanting to offer you more than what they have. However, for some of them, they're simply unable to, because I feel that for some of them, they didn't choose growth. They chose comfort. And so I feel that, again, for you, now that you're investing in yourself, now that you're more, you have more energy to do things, to also see clearly, it's like you're going forward and not backward. And there's a sense of this person wanting to come back, but it's like, see what I mean? I don't know how to tell you how I feel. Okay, and again, I feel like this is because this person is not growing, and so they're stuck, literally, and that's where they don't want to be. By you moving forward, it shuts the door for this person, and it's like they have to look at themselves. They have to look at all these things about themselves, of why they're emotionally immature, why they're unable to process emotion, why they're unable to sit with these feelings, and to also not just process them, but articulate them, like be honest about them, right? It's like a lot of hiding for this person. And I feel that that goes really deep as far as whatever happened at the end of your connection, like how far this person went to hide that, maybe even to themselves. Okay, what other messages? Wow. So again, here, look at all the doors. You're opening all these doors, the door to spirit here, the door to personal healing, and this is why you're being guided to do this. The healer of all ages, walking away, okay? And then community, and that just reminds me of like community property. This person didn't want to make it exclusive or make you exclusive, like the connection. It was like they just wanted to have their freedom, and so you gave it to them. But then this person is finding out that it's not really what they wanted. You look at this card and you see, there's one person that's looking off over here. They thought they wanted this, but it really wasn't what they wanted. I feel that because for a lot of the people that you're dealing with, their heart is with you. And so I think that the reason that you have this connection with this person is, again, because there is a healing component. So you may be awakening this person. And I feel that for a lot of you, it literally was a separation from the divine. But ultimately, you have to close the door. A lot of videos that come to me in YouTube and different things I watch, this morning specifically, the messages have all been the same, and it's a message of just closing a door so that you can open a new one. And I feel that there's endless sort of possibilities in this new place that you're going. I do feel that a lot of you, the focus will be on growing, building. I also get that a lot of you may be like traveling, or I also hear like platform, the word. And so maybe there's different like things that you're doing online with social media, and maybe that's the way you're growing your business. And so all these new ideas, very creative ideas, I feel that you're pouring in to something that you felt there was no return. And Spirit has an answer for you. There was a reason. There was a reason that this person was placed in your life. There was a reason for them being in your life. I feel like a lot of you will get that through your healing. I feel that a lot of you will maybe begin also to go deeper into your healing if you haven't done that. But like through meditation, there is going to be a lot of understanding. I also feel like there's going to be a lot of connection. Maybe some of you feel like you want to connect with this person, not on a superficial level. Like you don't want to hear all the sort of BS that they have always said that, this was or wasn't. You just want the truth from the soul level, or from the heart. And I feel that, again, there will be an answer. Let it be. Meaning that it's about releasing something to have the freedom from it, releasing something so that it comes back to you also in a different way. But that has to be genuinely released, in the sense of you can't have expectations when you release something. You just have to release it. So I hope this message resonated. Let me just get a last message. And the bottom of the deck, there's the 5 of Cups. So this person, I feel, is very sad. Look, the Ace of Cups in reverse. So that was the only ace that we were missing, and this person is like holding this from you. I feel that it's because, again, this person doesn't know how to tell you. I don't know how to tell you how I feel. And I feel that what that means is that this person isn't sure like how to move forward, because if they move forward, everything behind them collapses. And I feel that it has a lot to do with the spiritual journey for a person. So the sun here, but look at how that baby fell off the horse. That's very interesting. I don't think I've ever noticed that. But it also reminds me of like when somebody is like in a pool and they're just floating. So I feel that this person when I said meditation for you, I feel like that's what this person is doing. Again, I feel a lot of mirroring. I feel that this person is just like either in bed and can't do anything, like can't even get up. They don't have direction in their life. With the 10 of Swords here, they don't have direction. They don't have desire towards anything other than you and this connection. But it has to do with this person opening up about their feelings. And it's a scary thing for people when they have a lot of trauma with childhood, because when you open up your emotional body, it opens up a lot of memories, and it's memories of the past. And depending on how deep somebody is going in their healing, it brings up a lot of things that with trauma, it's things that we want to suppress and bury. And it's things that we don't want to revisit. That's why we've suppressed them, right? And so you might be dealing with a person that is very avoidant towards emotions because they've been very burdened by emotions in their childhood, or somebody that has been very pained by, if it's neglect, if it's a parent that was either very up and down emotionally and there was no regulation, so they kind of shut down. And so to turn back on means that they have to learn how to regulate self. They also have to go back to these things that hurt them so they can heal them. And so there's a lot to healing, and anybody that's on a spiritual healing journey understands that. And I feel like you might have brought a lot of things up for this person. I feel like this person also tried to keep things like surface and on a sort of superficial level, but it just wasn't the connection that you had with this person. You made this person go deep and deeper, and they again, they would fight it and try to keep it surface, and then they would have to go deeper. And so as much as this person loves you and admires you and adores you even, the the healing, they got to a point where they had to look at this. They had to look deeper at themselves, and they kept being triggered by it, and they might have been very triggered by you. And so this is what happened with this person. They got very, very triggered, and it brought up a lot of I feel like memories of their childhood, but emotions. I feel like this person also, since you and them have broke up, they've been crying a lot, and they're going into, again, memories through that crying. They're being able to reconnect with their inner child, and they're having a lot of a reflection. This is a time of a lot of reflection, especially because I'm getting that mirror energy for a person. Also, whenever I see this card come up, I don't pull from this deck that often, but the 5150 reminds me of somebody that is on a 5150 hold for either like mental disease, or somebody that is off balance in some kind of way. So I feel like that's what this person sort of felt. You might have also brought up somebody's instability, unable to regulate self, emotionally, mentally also. And not purposely, of course. This is a trigger because I feel like this connection is deeper than just a surface connection. Again, you could be dealing with a twin flame. You could be dealing with a person from past life connection. Okay, last message here, and we're going to close. So the 8 of Wands, I feel like this person wants to communicate with you. And the 7 of Pentacles, I feel like this person does see you. You are very protected. I want you to know that. You're very protected in this energy. This person does watch you, and they see all of the abundance that I was talking about with the Ace of Pentacles here that you're having. This person might feel like you're doing better without them. I feel like this person also has a lot of like self-confidence issues, and so like they have a lot of they they do a lot of negative self-talk, and so they're telling themselves this, like, this person doesn't need me, she's better without me. Like they don't have high self-esteem, and I feel like that's also what got triggered in this person and why ultimately they walked away, because they might have thought that you were gonna leave them before they left, or leave them first. Okay, so let me ask Spirit last message of what this person would want to say to you. Let's see what this person would want to say to you. I have a lot of people in my life that see things from a different viewpoint than my own, but I have to respect them because they are my family. So maybe the family got involved here. My world is dark when you're not in it. And this is a mutual love and admiration. Okay, and then also, I don't know why I just remembered that sun was in reverse, but I do get that energy of them being in a dark place. But just the way that the baby like fell off the horse. Again, usually the sun card, the baby is on the horse, riding the horse, and it's like with the flag, and you know, in this energy of like being at a parade, or like being like liberated, and you know, in love and freedom, and that kind of energy. It's not this sort of energy of like being in a place of like pause or stuck. That's not what the sun card represents. So it's interesting that it comes up that way, because I feel that, again, you are this person's sun, so it's like they go towards you because there's a lot of light with you, but it's like they can only take so much at a time because you bring up so much for them, and they go into overload, and their mind just it spins, and they stay stuck. They can't make a decision one way or another. Okay, so okay, that is the message. Please remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.